Hey guys, welcome back to the Omaha Places podcast. We're your hosts. My name is Cahner and I'm the founder of Omaha Places and 402 Social.
And my name is Delaney. I'm the digital content coordinator for Omaha Places.
And we're both back in
Yay!
the studio.
I love it when that happens.
I know, it always feels like a treat when like one of us is gone and then when we come back, we're like, this is how it's supposed to be.
Back to the chill vibes.
Yeah. How was Charleston?
It was beautiful. And actually, I think it was pretty chill here last week. Like were you guys in the 50s, 60s?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 70s every day there.
Wow.
One perfect sunny 78-degree day and we spent it on the beach.
Okay.
For anyone that knows Charleston, we went to Folly and then we went to Isle of the Palms the next week. Well, I guess we went to Sullivan's too. We knocked that out. And Sullivan's is actually one of my favorites.
Okay.
It's the more quiet beach there.
Okay.
Lots of coffee shops.
Love it.
Lots of walking. A lot of places I'd already been to before, but have to revisit because you're only there for a short period of time. Love going to Shem Creek. Saw some dolphins there. That's the place to go see some dolphins pop up is Shem Creek.
Okay.
And did you go to Shem Creek when you were there?
Don't really remember the name of. I think I might have ran there.
I think you did because I had followed your running TikTok vlogs and I saw a gas station there and I was like sitting at a bar across from the gas station. I was like, that gas station looks very familiar. Yeah. So I was like, she must have ran across the bridge to Mount Pleasant then you went to the beach. I'm assuming Isle of the Palms with your dad. Is that where you guys ended up after your run?
We ended up at I can't remember the name of the little cafe. It's like a hotel, like a very boutique hotel with like a little restaurant next door that Megan had actually recommended to me because when she went, they got breakfast there. But it wasn't like you could go out and kind of like see the water, but there wasn't a beach there. Like it was all private residences that like had their own docks. So I don't really know what direction from the beach I was, but I did run over the bridge and because I had to do a long run that weekend.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's what's fun about our team is we go to a lot of the same places and
a
lot of us are travelers, so we can take recommendations from each other.
Well, I didn't say this earlier, but when you showed me that picture from the coffee shop you went to, I was like, that's basically an Omaha Places photo.
No, I've recognized that that's how I film everything now.
Yeah.
I'm like, shoo, shoo.
I did that a couple of years ago when I went to Boston. I was like taking all these photos of like Boston coffee shops and I was like, I'm basically like still working, but it's like for my personal.
Yeah, I couldn't bring myself to make a TikTok of all the places I went though. That's one thing I haven't been able to do is make personal content for myself just because I'm like making content for Omaha Places all the time. I'm like, nope. For myself, no.
Yeah, that's like the line where you're like work, personal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you had a good time.
But it's always there in case I decide to make it down the road.
I know. Well, I'm like, maybe we should do a Charleston
roundup of
travel guide, at least for the Omaha Places website, because 3 of us have been there now.
My favorite city, you guys.
Yeah, you've been many times. Well, cool. Okay, do you want to kick us off with some Omaha places that you went?
Yes. Okay, so before I left for Charleston, a few of my coworkers and I, Connor was working, so she couldn't come. But we went to the La Buvette Deli, and it's funny because Dan Hoppen was there the exact same day that we went.
Wait, did you guys see him?
No. We just saw his content. We're like, that was the same sandwich we had.
Oh my God, that's funny.
And they change out their sandwiches and soups every day, and you can check out their Instagram, but it's located right next to La Buvette downtown. You just walk in and order your food, and then they also have like, some breads and jams and random grocery things there too. So if you live downtown, it'd be a good stop to pick up a few supplies.
I don't know why I've never been there.
It's just something you walk past if you don't know it's there, but we were headed there for that specific reason that day.
I wonder what their hours are because I'm kind of only on that corner when I go to La Buvette, but I only go to La Buvette like in the evening. So I wonder if that is only open until like 4 or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. But it was so good. Like homemade bread. The chefs that they have there are just fantastic. It was great. And I mean, it's a big sandwich.
Really?
Like it's very big.
Okay.
So I took a picture of that to put on our sandwich roundup that I'm sure will be coming up sometime, so you guys will be able to see it. But
cool.
yeah, we could highlight that as well.
Yeah, cool.
That'd be a good spot. How about you?
Okay, I had a little bowling night, which was really fun. I went bowling at West Lanes on 72nd and Dodge, and I loved it because I feel like I've been bowling a handful of times in like the past couple of years, but I always go to like Bob and Willie's or Champagne Lanes, and those are like the very new, very like trendy bowling places. This was not. This was like I don't want to say dirty. Like, it wasn't dirty in there, but it was like a little grungy, like straight out of like a 70s movie or something type of bowling alley. And it was packed on like a Monday evening. Like, there are some tried and true regulars that were there. So it was a fun time. And it was fun just to like go to an old school, not even old school, just like an OG
original
bowling alley.
Bowling, yeah.
That's not like a trendy one or anything. So.
Or it has the smaller balls or the weird pins.
Yeah. I know. I was like, oh my God, I forgot like how big bowling balls are actually supposed to be. I have like the tiniest hands ever. So yeah, it was a good time.
I've always driven past there and I'm like, I haven't been regular bowling forever.
Yeah, it made me like want to go again. And there was a lot of, or not a lot, but like one league going on. So like a lot of people who were there were like in their bowling jerseys and they were like on teams and stuff. I was like, you guys are legit.
Well, fun. Yeah, I'll have to add that to my list. And then I went to Sweet Magnolia's Bake Shop. I had never been inside, but you had brought treats before, I think.
Yeah.
And they ended up being my birthday treats that I gave to the team. But I went to the one inside Millwork Commons, and then they also have one off of Cumming Street, a lot smaller, but super cute.
Yeah.
The Millwork location, it was fun to like see them making stuff right in front of me too, but it's just so cute. And plus any reason to go to Millwork Commons.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. You can like literally see their whole kitchen in the back. It's not like there's not a wall up there or anything.
Yeah. And if you've never been to Millwork Commons, they have so many cool things. It's a great place to study, great place to work from. You've got food right there. Either you can get a sweet treat from Sweet Magnolia's or you can go to Dolomiti to have pizza, and then heirloom fine foods and market.
Yeah. And so if you go in the evening, I don't know what time heirloom closes. Dolomiti's obviously open later. If you go to Cross Drain, you can get food from any of the other places and bring it into Cross Drain, and so you can like have some beers there but bring food in, so that's kind of fun.
That's super nice.
And it's a very like, in general, the Millwork Commons is a very like open area. Like Archetype's there, but Archetype's just kind of like in the middle of the lobby, and there's just like
I didn't even realize that. I was like, what is this bar in the middle here?
Oh yeah, that's Archetype.
Okay.
Was it not open while you were there?
It was open, but I was like on the back side of it, so there was like nothing to tell me what exactly it was, but I was like taking video.
Yep, that's Archetype's Millwork location.
And then they also have coneflower there for you coneflower lovers. So if you want to skip the line in Blackstone, go to Millwork Commons.
Literally, okay, go get pizza at Dolomiti and then go to coneflower for dessert.
Those are our trade secrets.
Yep. Yeah, that's I've done that so many times. Okay, a couple other ones. I finally went to the new Raleigh location. I know you guys had all done a teamwork session there while I was out of town, but then since you were out of town, I was like, Haley and Megan both live like
right there,
Elkhorn / like West Omaha, and I was like, I'll drive out to you guys. We're gonna go to Raleigh again. So I got to go there for the first time. What did I get? The breakfast sandwich, one of their breakfast sandwiches, very good. It is out in kind of like the middle of, I felt like I was in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
But it's going to be really cool though, I think, to see that develop over the next like 10 years or so.
They got there first is what I think the situation is. So yeah, everything will be surrounding them eventually, and they'll have got the prime real estate there.
Yeah, totally, which is like so good for them. And then the last place, Run Club, is back. So last night was the first night back of Aksarben Run Club. So the first couple weeks we're meeting at the Inner Rail. So if you guys want to come, actually I take it back. Everybody started at Sunny's, even though Sunny's is not open. I think people are just used to being there. But then we like got drinks at the Inner Rail since Sunny's isn't open.
Which opens this weekend.
next weekend.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it opens on the 4th.
That'll be
April
this
4th.
week.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I forget we're a week ahead.
So this weekend, April 4th.
April 4th. It is Sunny's is opening. So I'm very excited for that.
I heard they were expanding into some volleyball leagues, sand volleyball and some other things.
Yeah, so they obviously the run club part is their main thing, but they're really trying to make it more of an Aksarben rec club this year. So they're going to be doing volleyball. So that you can actually see the construction that's going on right next to the dog parks, between the dog park and the parking garage. They are kind of leveling out that grass, and they're building a calisthenics area and a mini soccer field.
Oh, so cool.
So there's just going to be a lot of other things that they're doing. I don't know all of their plans as far as volleyball or soccer or anything like that. But I know that they are trying to make it more than just running. They're trying to make it more of fitness club and just having other ways for people to come together and
in case you don't like running.
Yeah.
Or it intimidates you. Yeah. Not that you need to run to go to run club.
Yeah. If you guys are just interested in literally just meeting new people or being involved in Aksarben, there's tons of walkers who go to run club. So
there's tons of drinkers that go to run club.
Literally you don't even have to walk. You can just come at the end and have a drink and pretend like you ran. Actually, it's kind of funny. A lot of the OG run club people are just they walk now.
That's what I like to see.
Yeah. So yeah. So Wednesday nights, 6:30 p.m. Saturday mornings, 10:30 p.m. I will be there, especially for the next month as I'm really gearing up for my marathon. Yeah. So
very exciting.
Okay, follower questions. I feel like I'm excited about these questions.
We had some good questions this week for sure.
Yeah. Did you see the one? Someone was like, why is it so humid in the summer?
She said Omaha local.
Yeah. And I was like, I don't know how to answer that.
I am not a weather person. Yeah. But I can tell you, Charleston's a lot more humid.
Yeah, so. That is true. That's true. Okay. The first one that I pulled was best bookshops and spiritual shops in Omaha. So I don't know a whole lot about spiritual shops. I myself, I would not say am spiritual, but I did find a couple. So, okay, I'm going to skip to my second one. Next Millennium Books and Gifts is on 93rd and Maple. They do have a handful of books, but they also have tons of crystals and stuff like that. So I don't know what exactly constitutes a spiritual shop, but this would be my best guess.
So I was thinking witchcraft when I saw that question. And I do know a store with some witchcraft stuff.
Wait, what? Do you want to give that one a shout out?
Vintage has a whole section devoted to that sort of thing.
Cool.
Lots of interesting supplies there. Supplies. So I don't really know what to call some of it. Some of it's a little scary to me, but I do like walking around to see what it's all about. But I'm like, don't touch anything.
Yeah. Yeah. You could be cursed or something.
No. Go to Alley Cat Vintage.
Yeah. And then the other one that I said that could fall under the spiritual realm, depending on what exactly you're looking for. Urban Abbey in the Old Market. They're a very progressive Christian bookshop. They do have a lot of Christian literature, but also just a lot of current event type stuff, and regular books. So depending on what exactly you're looking for, one of those three could probably satisfy. And then just for regular bookshops, the Bookworm off 90th and Center, they have tons of books and gifts too. It's actually pretty big in there, so that's a really good spot to just go try and find some stuff. The Book Nook in Aksarben Village and Papillion, they have 2 locations, also has a lot of gifty type stuff too. Those are definitely smaller shops than the Bookworm, but still just as good. My personal favorite is Next Chapter, which is downtown right next to Zen. And we have talked about this one before because it's really fun to just go pick out a book and then go right next door to Zen, grab a coffee, maybe sit on their patio and read your new book. Jackson Street Booksellers in the Old Market. That is one of those places where it is a hot mess in there. But if you are into the thrifting vibe where you have to sift through a bunch of stuff to find the good stuff, then you will like Jackson Street Booksellers. It is fun just to go in there and see what you can find. And then Afro-American Bookstore. I have not been here, but it's located on 33rd and Lake in North Omaha. And it looks like they have a lot of books on like Black history and stuff like that.
Very cool.
So if you're trying to educate yourself a little bit, that would be a great spot to go find a new book and support them.
Someone asked best patios now that the weather is warming up, and we have compiled this list in the past. Of course, we'll have an updated one for you soon, but you can always go to our website and search patios, and that post will pop up with our list, and it's split up by neighborhoods to make it a little easier for you. But I just chose a few different good patios that I like from each district. So Sunny's and Inner Rail and Herb Saint in Aksarben, Udalali in Dundee, Bohemian Gardens, you know it's my favorite, in Little Bohemia, Hardy Coffee, Bear Chin, and Taco Co. in Benson, and then Clio, Memoir, La Buvette, Godega, Ghost, so many in the downtown area, Tupelo, Honey, Blatt, Moe and Curly's, Mr. Toad's. That list can go on forever, just in and of itself. And then Central West Omaha, there's Kona Grill, Blue Sky, Salted Edge, and Dairy Chef, which I heard is now open.
Oh, I think I did. Well, I didn't hear that, but one of my friends was like, we should go. So I was kind of assuming it was open.
And that's located in Elkhorn, but good ice cream. And they really give you bang for your buck.
Yeah. I think as far as like the Central/Westo, Salted Edge, their patio, like
beautiful.
Top tier. If you guys go for dinner, obviously around like sunset, watch the sunset set over the lake while you're sitting on their it's just so good. Like they are really in a prime location for a good patio.
Yes, and that lake is private, so that's your opportunity to really enjoy it.
Yeah, totally. Okay, the next question I pulled was best date night activities, which I feel like we've
done several times, but the seasons change it a little bit.
That is true. That's true. Well, the first one I put was ice skating at the riverfront.
Roller skating
Change that to roller skating. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Basically just anything at the riverfront. We'll say that. Now that the weather is nicer, the Cahner, I don't know how to pronounce that. The drive-in movie theater in Waterloo. It's obviously only seasonal, but would be a great date night activity. You can grab some drinks and snacks at Godega in the Old Market or La Buvette or the La Buvette Deli. Does that have a name or is it just the La Buvette Deli?
It's the Delicatessen. So
okay.
Just French for deli.
Okay. So you can grab some food and drinks from there and go have a picnic in the park. The Boho Supper Club in Little Bohemia, Delaney's favorite. Nelson Produce Farm to table dinners if you can get tickets. I don't know if tickets have gone on sale yet, but if you guys are interested in doing that, you have to sign up for their email list and they will tell you at the exact like day and time that tickets are going on sale and you have to be on there right when they go on sale. Take it from me, I got on there like 10 minutes later and every single farm to table dinner was already sold out. So I actually got tickets one year.
And then you couldn't go.
And then I ended up having to go out of town and my mom went in my place, which was fine. But those do look really fun. You can explore some of Omaha's many, many speakeasies, which I realized while I was writing these places down that our speakeasy listicle disappeared from our website. We have been noticing that in the transition from our old website to our new website, a lot of blog posts mysteriously disappeared. So we are working on putting that back up. But some of those speakeasies that would be fun for date night is Anna's Place, Barnado, Wicked Rabbit, the Tarot Room, Alice, Lion's Den, which I really want to check out Lion's Den because I have not been there yet.
Oh yeah, me neither, actually.
Did Haley film?
Haley went, yep.
Okay, so that's the new one in the
And I think it's
district.
only going to be a speakeasy, I heard through the grapevine, for a little bit longer because they're basically like tearing down the wall or maybe not making it as speakeasy-ish for the Red Lion. Like they're just going to make it the overflow of the Red Lion.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, maybe it won't have the same vibes, but I mean,
it'll still be
the space
there.
still looks cool.
Yeah. And then Howard and Fine was the last one that I wrote down. I have a couple more. You can go make candles at Dundee Candle in, what did I write here? I wrote Dundee Candles in Dundee. I don't know what I was saying here. Or the Candle House in Elkhorn, or go play games at Beercade in Benson or Little Bohemia.
Pottery at Rosie Clay Co.
Yes,
in
that would be a
Papillion.
fun one too.
Just such a good bonding activity.
Yeah.
Or the escape rooms. I love an escape room to tell you if you're compatible.
You had like a sinister look on your face when you said that. Do you know that from experience?
Yes. Yes, I do. You know what? I would recommend doing it sooner than later. No, for sure. So.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Moving on.
Best place for tea parties, somebody asked. Love that question. Made me think a little bit. Bubbly Tart and the Cottonwood always have pre-made or pre-registration for their tea parties. But if you were looking to rent a place to do a tea party, Edge of the Universe would be so fun to have a tea party. You can make it like Alice in Wonderland themed if you really wanted. Just kind of, they will work with you on anything. So check them out. Or if you rented out Clio, which I don't know what that would cost, but that would be a really cute place to have a tea party.
Yeah, that would probably be real expensive. The Bubbly Tart and Cottonwood are both good places. The Cottonwood is more like your classic tea party, and then Bubbly Tart I feel like has themed tea parties. Didn't they have like a Harry Potter themed tea party? Like,
yep, and they
really
have
unique.
Candyland and like a bunch of different ones, so you just have to check their website, and those do sell out really fast, though I do try to put them on the event guide, so just be aware of that. By the time it gets on the event guide, it might be sold out, so just plan in advance.
Cool. Okay, we will move on to events. So this is going to be events happening the weekend of March 3rd through April 6th. I can't believe we're in April already. Holy cow. We do post our What's Happening in Omaha this weekend video every Thursday morning, and you guys can check out our new event calendar on our website where you can find events throughout the week as well, and events way into the future, which we have been putting a lot of events like well into the year on that event calendar. So you guys can already find events for like the fall already. So the first one is Benson First Friday. This happens every Friday in Benson, or every first Friday in Benson. But they have galleries, live music, tons of art stuff, etc. All ages are welcome. There really is something for everybody. And like Benson is just packed on First Friday. So it's a great spot to just go walk around, especially when the weather is nice, but it does happen year round, but it's especially nice when it's a beautiful night outside.
Yeah, when it's a nice outdoor market. I love the outdoor markets they have. Much better than being inside.
Yeah.
Guys, I get to go to Kelsey Ballerini. She is performing at the CHI Health Center on April 3rd at 7 p.m. I'm going to be going to a higher level if you show up early, and I'm going to pull 2 people down to a lower bowl ticket. So be there early. And maybe I'll choose you.
And this is, I forget the name of her opener, but it's specifically to promote the
Marin
opener.
Taylor.
So if you guys are going to the Kelsey Ballerini concert, make sure you get there early before the opener. Don't skip it, because you might get lucky and Delaney might upgrade your seats. That was so cool. There's like a couple campaigns we've done in like the 3 or 4 years of Omaha Places that I'm like, that really sticks out. And it's just like, holy cow, I can't believe that person just emailed us. And last week, Kelsey Ballerini's PR team emailed us, and I was like, holy crap, guys, who wants to go to this?
I said, me. I was in Charleston, and I got that text in a cafe, and I was like, Mom, no way. I was like, me, please. And I was like, dee, 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 dee. I was like, confirm, Connor. Confirm right now. Is it me? No, I love Kelsey Ballerini, if you couldn't tell. So
no, that's going to be so exciting. And it's going to be so fun, I feel like, for you to like literally make a fan's night and bring them down to the lower bowl. Amazing.
Well, see, I was going to be one of those people up in the higher bowl, because I was like, I don't want to pay that much for tickets, but I really want to go.
Yeah.
So that just, the universe worked in my favor right there, you guys.
Yeah. And if you guys don't already have tickets, go see if you can get some last minute tickets.
I did see some for $20.
Amazing.
On there.
Yeah. Take your chances. Go buy upper bowl tickets and see if you get lucky. Okay. Folk House at the Castle is happening Saturday, April 5th at 7 p.m. at the Joslin Castle. So this is Folk House concerts, featuring the best local grassroots, folk, and Americana bands in an intimate venue. So this is actually happening in the castle's historic carriage house, which I've never been in.
I've never been in Joslyn Castle, period. And they're doing these nightcap tours every month. So I think we missed it for this one. But they're letting you tour even the basement. So from top to bottom.
Cool.
You get little drinks along the way, but they're opening up places that they don't normally open up for public tours.
Whoa. Okay, do you want to know what, like, one of my, not my earliest memory, but like I have a memory from when I was really little at the Joslyn Castle. So when my mom and I first moved to Omaha, she used to do hair and makeup before she became a realtor. And she must have, like, they were shooting something at Joslyn Castle, and I used to go to shoots with her when she'd be doing hair and makeup. And I remember there's like an old elevator shaft, but it's like there's no elevator there anymore, or at least like 20 years ago there wasn't. And so I was probably like 7 years old, like running around Joslyn Castle, but you would go over to this elevator and it was just a giant hole. Like you could literally just like fall in. And so I have this very distinct memory of my mom being like, Connor, do not go near the elevator. And I don't know what floor. I mean, we must have been on like one of the higher floors. Isn't that wild though? And like
that is just
clearly is not like that wasn't a public event. I don't even know if they had public events there back then. This was like early 2000s, but I'd like remember that so distinctly. So like I mean I didn't grow up going to Joslyn Castle, but yeah,
guarded or replaced the elevator. Hopefully, I don't know.
Yeah, because I've been there like as an adult for like Omaha Places stuff, and even like. I mean, I've done tours like through the whole house, and I don't remember seeing any hole in the ground.
Good.
Yeah, so I think they fixed it since then.
Oh, that's okay. I'm going to have to check it out on the nightcap tours one of these nights. Conscious Collections Fest is happening at Floors. And if you don't know where that is, like I didn't, because it's a new place for me, it's off of 70th and Maple. So that's happening April 4th from 6 to 10 p.m. It's a fashion showcase that's focused on uplifting sustainable fashion, highlighting curated secondhand, vintage, upcycled, and pre-loved collections. So if you like the earth and love sustainability, this is a great little fashion show for you.
And we're coming up on Earth Day, so I bet we're going to start seeing a lot more of these like sustainability type events as we lead up to Earth Day.
Albany and Avers had to postpone one of theirs, their clean clothes workshop or something like that. So yeah, keep an eye out for them. Exist Green is partnered with them for that.
Well,
I don't know when it will be postponed, but hopefully soon.
What is Floors? I've never heard of this.
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Just a space.
Okay.
Where this fashion show's happening.
Where they have floors.
not the Joslyn Castle without any.
I didn't even put that together.
Okay.
That's funny.
All right.
Anyways,
I think that
wraps it up.
Yep.
Thanks for... Can't even talk. Thank you for listening to another episode of the Omaha Places podcast.
It was good to be back.
Yeah. We'll see you next week.
Bye.